Good evening to everyone, and thank you very much for finding the time to join us for this amazing, super exciting money-making session on how to turn your robot into a money spinning machine. Literally, it can change your story. And what you're going to hear tonight, if you're hearing it for the first time or watching this on replay for the first time, might sound too good to be true. And I came across this back in March. And so I have a member of my team, at the direct, who's under the structure of Mr. Shea. And the guy said, okay, once the top gainers come down a little, jump in. And I was like, oh, come on. It doesn't sound, there's no technique to it. Jump in at what point? And so I thought about what he said for a while. He said, it always works. It always works. I like a standard procedure that anybody can follow without exposing one to risk. So I thought about it and developed this strategy, added a couple of things to it. All right, so I want to thank Ali Direct for sharing the concept and yeah, embellished it a little bit. But before we get started, I want to hear 4 testimonials of people using this strategy. So just put up your hand and I'm going to unmute you. Just put up your hand. We're just going to take 4 persons, all right, because of time. We know if we can have 50 persons talking, well, just 4 persons. If you have traded with this strategy, we've gotten one already from the Queenie Bug herself. So if you've traded with this strategy over the last couple of days or weeks, just share your testimonies by means of your results, okay? Just raise up your hand. All right, so I can see Engineer Matomo. All right, Engineer Matomo, I'm going to ask you to, just a moment, I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Okay. Am I on?
I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Coach. Actually, I was so lucky and privileged to be part of it yesterday when it was shared, and then immediately I switched into action. I started applying it, and the result has been wonderful. Yesterday, wonderful. Today, in fact, I started getting about 80% higher than what I was getting before. And today is just extraordinary. Imagine making highest before is $25 a day. But yesterday I started it, I made 70. And today I made 103. So the difference is just too clear. And I just want to appreciate you and thank you for this amazing top and gainer strategy you were able to unveil to us. God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. All right, so thank you very much for sharing that testimonial. The testimonials are always exciting. They're what drive me, the possibilities of what we're going to achieve this bull run. Now let's have let's have 2 more. All right, so engineer, I'm going to mute you now. Let's see, Wally Cruz. All right, let me ask you to unmute. Go ahead, son. Okay, let me ask you to unmute one more time. I think I clicked the wrong person. This thing keeps moving. Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
I can
evening,
hear you.
all.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, how are you doing, Namdi?
Yeah, so I'm fine.
Okay. So I think I'd say I'm one of the people who recognized this strategy and brought it to Nandi's team, and then it was made public eventually. What happened was I had a list of about 32 coins that I had over the years established as stable coins that had good volatility. And what I used to do initially was to watch for those coins within the top gainer chart. And then I would trade them knowing that they were going to get better. Eventually, when we discussed this, the other team members also said it's fine to add the other top gainers. And so the strategy evolved eventually to what it is today. it's been great. I've been using it for a couple of months now, and I'd say that the result has been wonderful. And Nandi also had brought in his expertise with regard to all the technicalities. I don't do technicalities. I just look at 1 minute, look at 3 minutes, look at 5 minutes, look at how the movement is, and I buy. But with also the technicalities that's been there, I think it's been great. I don't have a lot of trading funds because I have funds tracked in Acro due to the other strategies we were using. But right about now, it's been good. It's been like things are moving well, and I've been making about 10%, 20% from the little coin funds I have, and that's on a daily basis, and it's been wonderful.
Wow, 10%, 20% on a daily. It's insane. Awesome. Thank you very much, Wale Cruz, for that testimonial. And yes, in the energy team, we have think tank to rub minds. And so, yeah, I remember your strategy and the points you brought to the table. So absolutely, I agree with you. We'll keep innovating. The best is yet to come. Thank you very much for that testimonial. All right. Let's see. Join, let me just ask Join to just maybe Join might be the last. Join, can you unmute yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Joey Adebanjo, and I joined RoyalQ, I think in March, yes, the first week in March. So before now, I've had a very horrible experience because there was a particular group that I joined some years back. I was in leverage trading where you have the experts trade for us and all that, and I lost a huge amount of money. Like it really shook me and affected my business. So anytime I heard anything about crypto, I was just put off instantly until I now met Don Chinelo, my upline, and she encouraged me. And okay, somehow I said, you know what, I was just gonna give it a try. And then I jumped in, I registered, I paid for the bots, and then we started. I mean, it looked really nice. I started with very little capital. I told my husband about it. We joined forces together, added money, and then we started trading. Not with anything huge though, but I mean, a little better than, so when I saw results, I was happy. And then the curious me, I would just go to the charts, check the candlesticks without really knowing the indicators. In fact, I didn't even know anything about indicators. I just know that the candlesticks is an indication of movements and all that, of what is happening in the market. So I started learning gradually. And then I would check the charts. Once I see that, please don't laugh. Once I see that, the candles are green and is pumping, I just jump into the trade. I want to quickly take whatever profit I can make. And then before I know it, premium loss, which it calls premium tears. So that kept happening again and again. And I'm like, what am I not doing right? Though I was using the bots, I mean, I was quite silly anyway, because I knew that there were lots of videos on YouTube. But, to sit down and watch was more like a challenge. But then gradually I started watching. And then I came across the video I saw the trading view, how to do this, Coach Salisu, Coach Mo. I saw fantastic guys. Well done, everyone. I give it, thumbs up to our coaches. So I stumbled on a video that talked about the top gainers. And then I'm like, okay, this looks like something that I really want to do and all that. So I reached out to Coach Mo privately. And that was in April. I joined in March. March, I had good returns. And then I joined in April and I'm like, okay, you know what, So I reached out to him independently. And then he explained to me, we even set the margin calls together, the configuration I meant to stay. And I think I did it like twice and it gave me good results. And I'm like, oh, wow. So I've been silly all the while. In fact, there was another person that was always commenting.
So we're talking about the top gainer strategy. Since you started using the top gainer strategy, how has your trading been?
It's been good. It's been good. Yeah. I've been getting good returns. And this last few, 2 days that we started it again, on one of the trades that I did between yesterday and today, I made like 10%. Yeah. And then I did a few other ones too that I got good returns. So it's been fantastic for me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Wow, 10% in a day?
Yes. I jumped into
Of,
the trade like thrice. Yes.
of your capital. Wow, this is insane. So, ladies and
Yes. And I
gentlemen,
didn't
all right.
use too much capital. Though.
Wow. All right, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really excited for everyone who has shared their testimonials, and that was a tactic to have a lot of other persons come in to this session. All right. Thank you all for sharing those powerful testimonials, and we are here because of you. Listen, if you are in RoyalQ, you're never too old to learn, and you're never too young to teach. A person's idea, no matter how small, can change the story. So let's keep believing in ourselves. All right. So the top gainer strategy is very simple, and many persons already know what it is. All right. Many persons already, let me disable annotations. Many persons already know what it is, but let's just break it down. All right. Let's just break it down. First things first, you click on home. You do everything from the bot. In Top Gainers 101, you do everything from the bot. You don't need to go outside the bot. The RoyalQ bot is a money-making machine. It is a signal-generating technology. It is artificial intelligence propelled to deliver Africa and anybody who cares out of poverty. It is a gift. It is a gift. Now, when you come to homepage, you're going to see this area here with change percentage, just some arrow pointing up, down. You tap on it. You just want to sort the page, all right? You just want to sort the page. You just want to sort the page in proper order, where the coins with the highest percentage are on top. So you can tap it a couple of times, type that change, just right here. You can tap that point a couple of times just to be sure you sorted it out properly, all right? And now you have the coins that are on top, visible. Now here's the thing. Your first instinct will be that you are chasing the pump. And that's the first, how will I put it? It's an aha moment when you understand that you're not chasing the pump, okay? Because we don't chase the pump in trading. So when you hear top gainers, it doesn't mean you're chasing the pump, but you want to be in the coins or tokens that have momentum. And because they have momentum, when they pull back, there's every likelihood that they're pushing back forward. All right. So you wait, buy low, sell high. Simple logic. Buy low, sell high. You get into a coin that RoyalQ describes as a top gainer coin. It has momentum. So just imagine a trailer that is moving on full acceleration. All right. And there's, some men are walking and they say, men at work, men at work. Men at work does not hold when a trailer fails brake. They're going to, take off. So even if the trailer driver wants to, step on the gas, step on the brakes, you have a situation that the lorry or the truck will still move forward, right? It will take time to fully slow down. That's the concept. That's the way I can describe the top gainer strategy. It's simple. On a high level, get a coin that is on top performing coin. You look at it, examine it, wait for it to pull back. You go in, take your 1.5. All right. That's a simple logic of what we do here. So once you've sorted out this, you click on, let's look at the first one. The first one is key, right? Key. You click on key. Your page is going to try load. Click on I understand. Jeez. Okay, first things first, let me tell you this. You need to be on the 15-minute chat, all right? You need to be on the 15-minute chat. It's better for you. Now, this is a lot of money. So let's just say we're right here. Let me take it back a little bit to make it easy for you to understand. So let's say right here are a couple of conditions for trading with this strategy. Condition number one, you have to add the Bollinger Band and one other indicator at the bottom. Okay, let me show you how you add those indicators. So let me clear my indicators for this discussion. All right, so this is how your chart is going to appear. All right, just permit me to stop sharing and share again. I don't like those annotations on the screen. Okay, so just allow me, let me disable annotations. Okay, Just a moment, please. Okay. Our screen is shared. I'm trying to disable annotations. Okay, yeah, it's disabled. So, all right, so this is a blank screen. And your asset is there, the price movements, right? The first thing you need to do is add your Bollinger Band, and your Bollinger Band is here, BOLL, right? So just tap on the BOLL right here. You tap on it. Once you tap on it, the price movement now makes much more sense, right? Now, the simple rule here is anytime price touches, this is a no-brainer. Every trader knows this, right? Price will always bounce between the lower Bollinger Band and the upper Bollinger Band. And sometimes you find resistance along the middle band. So there are three lines, right? Upper, middle, lower. It will likely find resistance sometimes in the middle Bollinger Band, especially when you have a bullish pump, right? So that's the first indicator. The second indicator I recommend is KDJ, all right? Right here, you tap on it. So remember, there are several indicators, so you can figure yourself out. You can try the RSI. RSI is right there. You can try MACD if you love MACD, but I think KDJ is pretty much effective. So look at this right here. You can see that the price has touched the lower Bollinger Band. Once it touches either the middle line or the lower Bollinger Band, that is one condition. So condition one for trading.
Nnamdi, 1 minute, please. Is it possible for us to expand your screen or something? Some people are complaining that they can't really see. It's a bit blurry. Yes, please.
Right.
Is it? Yeah. I hope that works well.
Yeah. Looks better.
Okay.
All right, so I'll have to zoom out when I want to show some other things, but yeah, this is fine. This works. Okay, so remember, there are two conditions. Condition one, the price must touch the middle line or touch the lower Bollinger Band. And it's very easy when you look at the chart, you're going to see that, okay? Touch the middle line or touch the lower band. So I'm not saying that once it touches the middle line, you jump in. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying once it touches the lower one, you jump in, because it could touch here and keep going down, all right? So second condition is look out for what your KDJ is doing. So when you look at the KDJ indicator, for example, let me zoom this in properly. There are three lines. The red, is this yellow or what? And then this one, purple. Now this lower one crosses above the others when the market is going up. All right, it will go down, cross above the others. Now, as you use this indicator, you understand it better. So don't expect to be perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. So look at this point, all right? Look at this point clearly. Look at the line. All right, let me take it forward a little bit. All right, right here. All right, right here. You can see that the price has touched the lower Bollinger Band and KDJ has crossed. All right, so if you want to go in early, you might just wait for it to show a sign of its crossing, you jump in. All right, that's also fine. If you wait for it to cross, it's also fine. And this will give you clean 1.3%. Very clean 1.5%. I always say stick to 1.5%. Some do 1.3, some do 1.2, some do 1. But I personally like trading with the lowest percentage I like trading is 1.3. I don't like going lower than 1.3, but that's my personal decision. You decide what you want to do, but please don't go setting 4% and all of that here. This is this trading is not meant to, it can change direction anytime, and you don't want to stay too long in a trade. All right, very important. So those are the conditions. Condition one, it touches the lower Bollinger Band or the middle Bollinger Band. All right. And condition two, check if the lower line crosses above. All right. So let's look at this. Let's look at this point again, right here. The price. Let's look at this point. It touched the middle line. Yeah. Here it touched the middle line. It bounced off. So, but as it's bouncing up, ask yourself, has KDJ crossed over? The answer is no. KDJ hasn't crossed over. All right. So I wouldn't enter this one. Yes, it's bouncing up. Some people might enter, but I wouldn't. All right. Now, look at this point. it has touched the lower Bollinger Band again. And at this point, you don't just want to jump in, you want to observe and see what KDJ does. You see, KDJ has, if you want to monitor it closely, yeah, at this point, it has. So you could enter the trade here. If you enter the trade here, what happens? Look at it. You entered here, right? Yeah, the market went zigzag, it went against you. Don't worry. Always trade with 15 to 20% dip tolerance. Always, always. Minimum 14%. But I prefer you being safe, operate with 15%. And another thing you can do is operate with 20%. Another thing you can do is turn on AI margin call. All right. RoyalQ has a technology where it looks for a stronger support before buying. So that might override your settings, but it protects you from just going to the deep. Now, here's the thing. For the settings, you trade with 45% of your first buying amount. Because with this setting, remember we've tested this since March. I tested it for 2 weeks before I decided to say, okay, I think this is good enough. And I brought it out to the other teams. It will hardly dip most of the times. But make no mistake, it can dip. It will sell in minutes or less than an hour or a couple of hours most of the time. But make no mistake, the trade can take 5 days. Don't be surprised if that happens, all right? This is blockchain, crypto, right? So it can always happen. But most of the time, like 95, 97% of the time, is going to be quick execution. So I hope you got the entry strategy right. Price could touch the middle line of the Bollinger Band or the lower band, the lower line of the Bollinger Band. Now, once it's touching any of those two lines, look at and see what KDJ is doing. All right. So I'm going to move forward here a little bit. All right. Or let me go backward. All right. Look at this right here again. The price has touched the lower band. All right. Look at here. Price has touched the lower band. And KDJ has actually crossed. All right. It has since crossed. So what do? Yeah, you can go in. Once you go in, remember, the market can go against you for a while, and then it will still shoot back up. All right. And if you were sleeping when this opportunity came and you saw this one, and you see right here, KDJ just crossed, you go in and steal money in the bank. So that's a simple rule. I'm trying to look for a situation where it bounced off the middle line. All right. I'm trying to look for, all right, this is perfect. Because in the bullish market, it's going to bounce off the middle line a lot of times. All right. So look at this. All right. Remember the condition? That's touched the lower band, like right here. And KDJ has crossed. Yeah, you can go in. It will go against you first, no problem. Then it fires up. All right. Here's another point. It has touched the lower Bollinger Band again. KDJ did as if it's going down and then start firing up. You go in, money in the bank. This system is so easy. Right from your RoyalQ technology, you can actually achieve this. So look at this scenario. Now, somebody might be saying, oh, it's here. Let me wait for you to touch the lower Bollinger Band. Sometimes if the shape of the Bollinger Band, take notes, if the shape of the Bollinger Band is beginning to face up like this, you can see, before now, it was like facing down. And suddenly you see that the shape is facing up. Please take note. If the shape is facing upwards, it means maybe we're heading up. Maybe, probability. Maybe we're heading up. And if it's really bullish, look at here, right here. It touched and KDJ crossed. All right, KDJ crossed right here. So it doesn't matter. If you enter right here, you're still in the game. And like we always say, just take your 1.5 and get out. But don't be greedy. All right, or take 2% and get out. Don't be greedy. All right. If you make 1.5% every day, that's a lot of money in a month. And you can do this 2-3 times in a day, 5 times in a day, even 10 times in a day. All right, because you have so many assets to pick from. All right, so look at the scenario again, right here. All right. KDJ crosses here. All right, KDJ has crossed here. Money in the bank. It's a very simple strategy and it works like crazy. All right, trust me, works like crazy. And that's it. right here again. It touched the line here. Shape of the Bollinger Band is facing up, and money in the bank. All right. So that's the basics of the strategy. But here's what I'm going to tell you what I do in the morning. In the morning, when I come to this technology, after sorting it, I just write the first 6 or 7 or 10 coins. I just write it down, and these coins change. So the top gainers by 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. might not be the same top gainers by 9 a.m. Might not be the same top gainers by 2 p.m. Right? But I like to write it out because I like to say, okay, these were the top gainers. For statistical purposes, I just write it out. I know that these coins will pull back. So anytime I see them somewhere in the middle, all right? Anytime I see them somewhere in the middle, because they will not be top. This key that you see on the top, anytime I see them in the middle, I know that this was a top gainer coin today. If it meets the conditions, I go in. All right. So most times your first 6 coins might not match your entry criteria. It's important for you to know this. All right. Know this and know peace. Most times when you come in here, it's already top, it's already performing. Once it's performing, wait for the pullback. RoyalQ buys low, sells high. Okay. So wait for the pullback. This is very, very important. Yeah, it takes patience. It takes you looking at your chart every 30 minutes. If you can't look at it every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes. Look at it like TIA is top right now. I'll wait for it to pull back. When it pulls back, I'm going to go in because I know there's every chance it's going to perform that one idea. So if you get started trading, you might have to scroll down a little bit, check it one by one. Look at 1 inch, a good coin. These coins are performing miracles, right? Now it's on the middle band here. It's on the middle band. The KDJ line tried to go up, but it's pointing down. All right. So I will just wait for this. All right. I'll wait for this to see what it wants to do. I'm not going to rush it. Now let's go. GMX. I'm trying to go through the coins, see if there's one that matches the criteria. You see, you might have to look through the coins. Floki is a good coin. Let's see what it has to say. You see, most of them are pointing down. When I say pointing down, I'm looking at let me zoom in a little bit. I'm looking at what KDJ is doing, right? But KDJ is about to point upwards. So just take note of that. And another thing, when the Bollinger Band is narrow, yeah, it's also nice, but but when the Bollinger Band is wide, like this scenario, when it's wider, it means that you're going to take some good profit before it touches the tip of the upper band of the Bollinger Band. All right. But when it's narrow, narrow, it could go up and come down. Anything can happen when it's narrow, right? It can actually burst forth and make a lot of money, but yeah. So this narrow band, sometimes I tend to stay away from it because of uncertainties. Right. Remember, you don't want to, there are so many coins, so you don't want to be caught mapping in one coin. All right. If the condition is not clear, just stay clear of it. All right. All right. So look at this assets, for example. Here it touched the lower Bollinger Band. All right. And look at what KDJ was doing right here. KDJ had crossed. So if you entered and took your 1.5% here, yeah, money in the bank. Okay. And the same thing here. All right. Super easy. The system works. All right. So, but I'm looking for a perfect one. And let's go to Mimi. So remember to write, I have an Excel sheet where I have a notepad. I just dump the coins that are the top performing coins for the day. I just dump them there. And I begin to track them when they retrace. Of course, when they retrace, they are not the top performing coin at that time. They've gone down, but I know that they will likely also perform. All right, so let's scroll down a little bit because I don't want to take too much time searching. See, I'm going down a little bit. Let me look at REN. Oh, all the coins seem to be facing up today. Interesting. DAR. All right, DAR has performed its own wonders. If you look at DAR, all right, if you look at DAR, for example, the conditions were met here. Okay, even if you entered somewhere here, you're still gonna make money. So the conditions were met here, or most recently, and the conditions were also met here. All right, and money in the bank. Okay, so just showing you different examples, but I'm trying to look for one that we can just say enter the trade. So that when you enter it, maybe before we're done with this discussion, you would have made some good money. So I'm just flipping through generally. So you have to be patient, super easy. You're always on WhatsApp, so why not just always be on RoyalQ? All right. Shiba Inu. I stay clear of Shiba Inu most of the time, but it's a very volatile coin and could make you a lot of money. Shiba can jump and dump and jump. All right, let's see level. All right, most of these coins are facing up already. So don't be in a haste to jump into any coin. Make sure the conditions are met. Be patient. Sheesh, this is interesting. Oh my. Oh God, I can just imagine what's going to happen during the bull run. See Lazio. I hope you are following the strategy. I hope it's clear AGLD. Let's see. All right, so this is looking interesting. All right, let me look at this. It's looking interesting. All right, it's looking interesting. So if I'm going to take this coin, I will say, what's going to happen right now? Look at it. It's KGD. It's KDJ about to cross. It looks like it's crossed. All right, looks like it crossed. So I will say enter this trade straight away. I would say enter this trade. It has touched the bottom. It's touched here. And if you imagine yourself drawing a parallel channel, I'm going to show you that in a bit.
Please,
If you
can
imagine
you repeat the name of the coin? You've expanded, nobody can see, they're asking.
All right, let's see. AGLD.
Okay.
AGLD, yeah, thank you. AGLD, this looks good. All right. Always make sure you're on 15-minute chart at least. All right. Don't go look at 1 hour charts because that will take you longer to sell. All right. So it's looking like it's going to move up. And one thing I always tell you is look at the left, right? So when I look at the left, I can see one level here. I can see on that level here. So this coin can give you some good money, even a cycle, all right? So, but just take 1.5% and get out. Look for the next coin patiently. So you always scout for coins, okay? And you're always going to get. In a day, you can have 5, 10. Go at your own leisure. The market is, Yoruba people say, aye po gan. There's so much money on the blockchain. You can't finish the money. In the internet of information, if you search Google cognitive overload, when it comes to blockchain, type money everywhere. If you look for Dr. Money, the money on the blockchain is everywhere. All right, so I'm telling you, this looks like a good trade. It might go against you for a while, but just go into it, and that's AGLD. Another thing you can do sometimes to improve your decision making is to go to the 1 hour chart, see what's happening. All right, looks good. Go to the 4 hour chart, look at what's happening. Yeah, still looks good. I tell you, this coin is still going to go back up. This coin here is still going to go back up. All right, so that's it. All right, so let's go look for one more coin that hasn't already fired, but I hope you get the point. Top performing coins will always fall into the middle. So sometimes you need to go into the middle, look at it one by one, be very painstaking, take your time. This one has moved a little already, all right? It has touched here, gone back up, who tells me so when I look at this, for example, based on my own experience, okay? Whenever there's a Bollinger squeeze, the market will burst forth. So once there's a Bollinger squeeze, two things could happen. The market could burst open like a pipe that's burst and water is flowing out of it, or it could go sideways for a while. Okay. Now, if it's busting forth, sometimes 80% of the time, the direction it's facing is where it's going to go. All right. So when I look at this and I see the KDJ touch this and go back up, I can say, yeah, we're good to go. So if we came in a little early here, I would have said, enter the trade at that point. Okay. But you don't have to enter any trade late because time is of the essence. So keep looking for a perfect entry. Let me go down. So you see, I'm scrolling down. It's still the top.
Can you check Bome? Bome. BOME.
All right. So where's that? Do I have to search? Okay. So let me just quickly search. Let's do this. Thank you very much. Okay, Bome, yeah. Okay. So, all right. So look at this assets also. Remember, I'm the 4-hour chart, so I have to go back to 15 minutes charts. Very important. When you're on the 4-hour, just go back to 15 minutes. All right, so here you have, for me, I won't enter this coin because it's already in the middle line where you could face resistance and it looks sideways. So I'll just wait for it. I could do a preset somewhere here. And once it touches the presets, so it looks like it's going to go into a ranging market, it's just like in a ranging market. And when the market is ranging, I always preset at the lower point, okay? Just look for the lower price and preset. How do you get the lower price? Just press and hold your hand, drag it down, and yeah, all right? Press and hold your hand, get an idea of the price and all that. Move your hand around, okay? So I'm still gonna scroll down. Let me just jump down. Badger is a good coin always. Let's see. These coins are performing miracles. Where have we been? So this is money. This is money. Wow. We're busy having dinner by 8 o'clock. The market moved. So I tell you, good market times could be sometime between 7, 8, 9, 10. Another good market time could be 4 a.m., 5, 6. And so, of course, every day you can always have good market times. I'm still scrolling down, and these are all examples. All right. Let's see. This coins, the market is facing up already, as you can see for most of them. Yeah. All right. So look at this. This is a case where KDJ is pointing down. So you wouldn't want to go in here. All right. You wouldn't want to go in here because it could dip. You are trading with 45% of your capital, so you want to enter at the right time, and the system works. We've seen one trade that we could take, and those who took it, congratulations. But let me still look at comp. Look at this. The market went crazy by 8 o'clock. Wow. Look. KDJ crossed here, and boom, market went haywire. All right, so I think the market has moved around 8 o'clock, a lot of the coins. Congratulations to those who traded them. But hey, it doesn't matter. We can always keep making money. They will always pull back and they will always jump. So I'm just trying to look at the whole market seems to have jumped. The whole market's mask. The whole market seems to have jumped. But I hope you get the point. All right. Can somebody just reiterate the conditions for entering the top beginner trading strategy? Can somebody reiterate before I go to TradingView and give one tip? I want somebody to just decide to reiterate, and let's see. I just want to hear from someone to be sure that what I've explained is clear. Okay, so we have a hand, Lisa. Lisa, can you unmute yourself, Lisa?
Okay, good evening. Thank you very much for teaching us. Yes, if I remember, you said the conditions are that the candle should hit the lower Bollinger Band, or at least coming down from the middle Bollinger Band. And then the KDJ line should cross, the purple KDJ line should have crossed the other two lines. Yeah.
Well, I didn't get your first condition.
Okay, that the candlestick should have hit the lower Bollinger Band, or at least coming down from the middle Bollinger Band.
Okay, not coming down from the middle Bollinger
sorry,
Band. So
hit
remember
the middle, hit the middle Bollinger Band facing up, or hit the lower Bollinger Band, and then it shouldn't be, the Bollinger Bands should not be narrow if they are broad, if they're already expanding, because instead of it to be ranging, should already be going up or facing upwards.
Okay, yeah. So Bollinger Band can actually be narrow and you go in, doesn't really matter. But I'm just telling you, in trading, in the 100% scenario, I'm just painting extra scenarios that can come. Once the Bollinger Band squeeze it, two things can happen. Once there's a squeeze, it can burst and take one direction and face up. A couple of things can happen. It could go sideways, like I said, or it could just begin to fire up like this. All right.
Yeah.
And sometimes fire up like this, market makers fire it up and then pull it back. And so they wait for it to go up like this. Trading is wicked sometimes. They wait for it to go up like this. You think it's going to go up. The market makers pull the price down. All right, so, but it's fine. Thank you very much. Okay, so look at this scenario. The price touched the middle line. It touched the middle line, and after that, KDJ went up. All right. KDJ went up here. So because I've seen the future, it looks like there's money, but I would have been scared to enter this trade because it's already on the upper Bollinger Band. I would have been scared. I would have just said, let me look for the next trade. All right. But you see, those who entered would have still made money. All right. So our job is simply to, eliminate the risks and enter the markets the smartest way possible. Thank you very much, Ma, for your input. All right, so I sorted this thing out and the lower ones are on top now. Okay, so I actually went to the lower coins. I just wanted to see the worst coins in the market right now and use one of them, see if it matches one of the conditions. Because I know a lot of people already know these things. We just want to, finally, this is soup. This is BB. All right, if I can zoom out, this is BB. This is excellent. This is what we're talking about. This is the least performing coin, all right, like right now. But you know why I would say this is a good trade? It might not have that momentum, like momentum, but you see, look at the bottom to the left. Always look at the left. The bottom is not too far off. So it will likely come down here, touch it, and then face up, all right? Another thing is, if you look at the left to the top, there's enough room to make some good money. So you can easily take 2% on this and smile to the bank. So first condition, that's touched the lower Bollinger Band, all right, and it's acting like there's one green candle already. So here's another thing I like to say. Before entering a trade, personally, I like to wait for one green candle. Okay, sometimes it might backfire. The one green candle will fire like crazy. So I like to wait for one green candle. When I see one green candle, I say, okay, there's a green sign. But of course, the next one could be red. But if you look at this, one green candle, I jump into the next one, all right? As long as that green candle has not overfired, So right here, KDJ has already pointed up, and I have one green candle. In fact, there was a previous green candle. So the moment this is another one going here. Okay. So this BB is another good coin. You could give it a shot right now, take 1.5%. So this is a beautiful example that I've been waiting for. Now let's look at the historical information. Right here, it touched the lower Bollinger Band. And look at it. KDJ crossed above and, oh, my battery. KDJ crossed above and one green candle and, money. All right, let's go back a little bit. All right, look at here. KDJ touched the lower. So this is a ranging market, right? This is a ranging market. And when it's ranging, so this is the Bollinger Band squeeze I was telling you about. Now there's a squeeze here. It could burst forth, but you're not sure where it's going to burst forth. It did as if it was, it's ranging. It's went up, didn't do anything, came down, didn't do anything, went up again. So I'm telling you, if I were to trade this, I'll just say, okay, I think it's ranging. I'll just put a preset here. And once it comes in, it triggers the price and to give me a 1.5%. But guess what? All right, this was really ranging for a while, and here you go. Market dipped. Okay. All right. So in the ranging market, just make sure. I know you want to be looking at KDJ and all that. Just make sure you're entering at the bottom. Once it touches, if it's a ranging market, you can just go in. But here is another trap. The market went down. What do? You relax. Okay. You relax because the market actually did come up again. Okay. The beautiful thing about the way we trade is as it's going down, it's bringing down the average price, and it's coming up, it's selling up super fast without having to go up here. Okay. All right. So that's it. Right here, KDJ crossed the line and money in the bank. So this system is actually like 90-95% very accurate. But remember, like I said, some trades can take days. Okay. So here's how I suggest we trade. Don't put all your money in one coin. So if you have $900, you can share your money into 3. All right. 300, 300, 300. Do your settings. 45% of 300, your first buying amount. Follow those settings we dropped in the groups. Then the next thing you need to do is in the day, trade with 1 or 2 coins. Okay, so if today is Tuesday, just trade 2 coins. Don't trade the third one. Just keep trading 2. Yeah, keep trading 2. You can get aggressive, enter this coin, enter this one. As soon as this one sells, you enter the next one. Yeah, you can do that. You only touch the third one if any of these 2 coins continue for trading for more than 24 hours. So today is Tuesday. Let's say you enter a coin tonight, and 2 of them end up being there till tomorrow evening. All right. And that means I wait till Thursday. Thursday, I enter the market with the third part. Okay. So before you'll be buying and selling with the third part, you'll be buying and selling with the third part, and before you know it, the other 2 will come out of the trade. All right. So don't be in a hurry to put all your money because you want to make 100% in a month and throw all your money into the coins. Sometimes trades can go against you, but the trades don't stay for months. They go against you, and then before you know it, it's super pack. You could have trades for 5 days. So that's the longest I've seen, 5 days. All right. So divide your money. I'll repeat again, divide your funds into 3, or if it's 4, but 3 is fine. Just in a day, trade with 2/3 of it. 2 coins, keep trading, keep trading. So if you have 1,500, do your setting for $500 capital, then trade with $1,000 a day. Then only activate the third part if any of the 2 trades stays more than 24 hours. So if at the end of the day, you have 1 trade still hanging for long and the second part comes out, that means the next day, I would rather even just trade with that 1 part. Since I have 1 trade in the dip, I'll trade with 1 part. And I'll keep trading with that 1 part because you want to be in the game. You always want to be in the game. So it's important to follow that money management principle. Don't say you have 1,500 and you throw them all into 1 coin. So you can divide your asset into 2, or if you're somebody that can always access money, you can divide your asset into 2 and trade 1 part every other day. All right. So that's my tip for this. Do we have any questions? Abdul Rahman.
Please, can you make Dr. Money a co-host so that she can talk about the challenge we are planning for?
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Money, floor is yours. Yeah, Dr. Money, your co-host. Okay.
Oh,
Before
thank you so much.
Okay.
You take questions first.
Okay. So, quick one. I want to just show something. If you are on TradingView and you just want to play around, you can just get your parallel channel. Where is this parallel channel again? All right. You can just take it from here. All right. If you want to cycle, all right. Right now, this is telling you that if the market keeps going up, you could comfortably cycle from here to maybe somewhere here. For those who just want to leave, your money is in 3 parts. Just leave 1 part on a coin to cycle. Right? Yeah. Then if the coin goes downwards against you like this, then just put it on 1 shot when it sells this out. While you keep trading with the other part. All right. I just wanted to take that quickly. Then question and answers. Let's quickly take questions. This should be pretty straightforward, but let's take some questions. Abdurrahman, unmute yourself. Yeah, Abdurrahman, I can't hear you.
Good evening, coach.
Yes, sir, I can hear you now.
I really appreciate your presentation. Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Your volume is very, very. Can you
Good
take off
evening.
your mouthpiece? Are you using an earpiece? Can you take off your earpiece and just speak through the?
Hello, can you hear me? No, I'm not here. I'm not using earpiece. I'm using direct voice.
Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me clearly?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
All right. Apologies.
Okay.
Type your
Yes,
question.
I really appreciate your presentation. Not to waste your time. If there's a way we can get this recorded video so that I can watch it all over and over again, so that if I have more questions, then I can come here. But I really need to watch recorded video. How can I get it, please?
You have a question about what we taught. You will get the video, of course, but do you have a question about what we taught? Ask me questions.
Okay.
Videos
Yes,
circulated now.
yes, exact. My question is, like the way you are explaining, I'm trying to get some information. But my question is that, do we use our RoyalQ to set all these parameters the way we use to set the signals when we are giving signals? But on that one, there's no where we put time. When you said we should set our parameters, and after 15, how do you put it, that 1.5 we take 2 minutes, then we go out of the trade. So I really want to understand that part, please.
Okay, so I hope I understood your question. Let me just say this. On the top of your RoyalQ, when you open the coin, you see timestamps here. In fact, when you click on more, this is more here. You can decide that you want to play on 1 minute charts or 3 minute charts. I can say I want to do these top gainers with 3 minute charts. All right. I can decide I want to play top gainer strategy with 3 minute charts. Maybe I want super trades and I want to do 1%. Right. I've changed to 2 minute charts. Okay, to 3 minute charts. So this is where you set the time. But I think 15 minutes is better, more stable than the lower, unless you go to the lower time frames and decide entry for the higher time frames of 15 minutes. Okay. But let me not complicate it. I just want something very simple that everybody can do. All right, I hope I answered the question, Mr. Abraman. Did I answer your question? And about the video, yes, we share the recorded Zoom session with everyone. Yeah. And yeah, we can watch again. Just drop a chat box if the question answered you. Okay, so let's listen to Chi
Okay,
Mamaka.
let me also support. Let me also answer that is question Amdi. Because it's like the old stuff is like hazy to some persons. So your question, you asked if it is the RoyalQ bot that will be used, because probably you are answering this because Amdi did not share this setting, margin call setting. Because somebody also asked how many margin calls and all that. All what we are doing is with the RoyalQ bot. Okay. We also use the margin call setting. It's just that, we have different types or different ways of trading. Now, our team, we already have this RoyalQ TM that we use. We are also using that, okay? And then we also have this top gainer. So, like we said when we started this thing early last year, we said we wanted everybody to be able to generate signals themselves. We wanted people to stay and make money. You don't need to wait for signals. That's the target, the aim of everything. And then we want people to have the right options. So you can decide to say you are too busy, you want to use this particular strategy, and then you want to use this strategy. So this is another strategy that we have come up with that will make everybody to be able. So we started using it for some days ago. Everybody, in short, the group where we started using it, if you see, people can't sleep. Oh, network down.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. Oh, okay. All right, Dr. Money. Yeah, you're still on. Okay, on the network. All right, so I can see Abdurrahman said, I understand. Okay. Ademusti said, what's the best time to trade top gainers? Anytime, actually, just monitor the chart. But early in the morning, markets actually moves well too sometimes. And then 8, 9 a.m., it moves sometime in the morning. Also 8 to 10 p.m. Market moves anytime, actually, because it's super amazing. All right, let's see. I want to join the group. Oh, yeah, the group where you got the invitation now, you get the video there. How do I set trade for 2-3 cycles? Yeah, you have to monitor manually, okay? When it sells once or twice, then you turn off and then one shot. All right, so let's go to Lisa Bright. Lisa Bright.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. So I just wanted to see, because I've used this top gainer strategy the past few days, and it has really been an amazing experience. Sometimes I just do 1%, 10 times on one coin, 1.5 on another coin. You know, I've been enjoying it. But the thing is, I usually have this fear, like you mentioned it, sometimes, you know, the fear just comes and I'm like, I don't know if I should enter this trade. I don't know. And I may get in at the wrong time. Like there's a coin I traded today after making a few rounds from Bonk. The last time I entered, I mean, I'm still in it right now and it's red. So, and at that time I was like, is this the right time to enter? Is this the right time to enter? So I don't know if I'm like, I now start to wonder if I'm the only person going through that, or if there's something I'm supposed to do different, how to know that, okay, it's time to just, you know, stop with a coin or something. You know, I just wanted to share that part and see if maybe someone
Okay,
else
I'm
has.
back.
Yeah, okay, Dr. Money, let me just answer Lisa. And then, so Lisa, trading
Yes.
brings out different emotions in you. All right,
My
trading
network
brings
will
out.
show me out. So let me talk what I want to say and go. My network is very bad. Lisa, you can always answer Lisa.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead, go ahead.
My network is very horrible. So let me just
Yeah, go ahead.
rush.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Okay, so like I was saying, I don't know if you completed what I was trying to tell that. So that's the whole idea. So take note. We will share this recording, not just the recording. We also share on the groups the screenshots of the settings, the magical settings that we have been using. Okay. We'll share it on the groups and also explain. Trust me, you know how we do these things with voice note, to explain with the screenshot on all the groups. Now, this is the whole idea. We want everybody to have variety and make money. And then we don't want people to stay in plenty unnecessary floating loss and dip anymore. With this strategy, we don't do that. We don't. And then more so, we are also going into the bull season. Another reason why we need to use this strategy. The way of trading during bull season and bear market is not the same. So this particular top gainer strategy is more adapted for the bull season, which we have already started. So that's it. We'll let you know, don't worry. We're going to carry everybody along. That is why we have this Zoom to explain. Now, I know you guys have questions, but let me quickly say what we are planning on because of the network. The network in my house is so horrible. I will just about going outside now to talk. We started doing this trade, and we want to go into what we call, you know me, I love challenges a lot. Like we've seen what is possible if we, those that started with us since yesterday, if we ask everybody to start talking, in the next how many hours we'll not leave this place. People practically do 10%, 15%. Somebody told me today that a lady did 18% today by taking 1.5, 1%, 1.5 or 2% every multiple times. Okay, so knowing that we have this gold mine that we just discovered, and with the fact that we've been in plenty, you know, floating loss, so we just feel that let us do something different for the community to be happy. People have been patient. We've added patience to your name. Now let us make money, okay? And then this bull run is also coming. So apart from holding for the long term, we want to use this method to generate crazy money. And so because of that, we are starting a challenge on the 1st of June, okay? After this Zoom today, tonight or tomorrow, we'll share the setting around the recording and tell you how to go about it. But this is the challenge. Now we want to, you know, I love 300 trades a lot. So we want to pick 300 trades with this strategy. Now, it is 3% per trade, okay? What do I mean by 3%? One trade is 3%, but listen very well, that does not mean you are going to go into the market and put your take profit as 3%. I don't do more than 1% with this strategy because I don't want to, I hate floating loss, I don't want. So this strategy just makes it easy. My friend Ibok was telling me she did like, is it 5 or no, 7 or 8 before this meeting. Trades, that's what has been happening since yesterday. It's been, awesome. So if you have the time, and what will it be? I mean, this is money matter in this economy. So we want you to take maybe 1% or 1.5. If you're taking 1.5%, that is already half of one trade, and then another 1.5, that's 3%. So you have taken one trade. And so you can practically even do 3, 4, depends on your time and your energy, because market is there, not the finish. So you can do a lot, depending on how far you can go a day. So when we say 300 trades, doesn't mean 300 days. I know of a lady that gave testimony on the group yesterday. She actually wrote it on paper, Her trades, she did it with $330 and she made 13%. So going by the 3% that was calculated as one trade, that we want to call a trade, she has done 4 trades in a day. So imagine somebody doing 3, 4 trades in a day. In less than 3 months, she would have gotten her 300 trades. On the groups, I will show you a computation of what 300 trades of just $300 or $200 can give you. If you take 3% of maybe $200 in 3, it is mad money. And we can achieve this in the next 3 months tops. But if you are very lazy, or maybe your network is bad, or you are too busy, not necessarily lazy, busy, you could make your own 4 months. But come on, if you can turn $1,000 with this method, those that know how to do what's it called, compounding, put the calculation that you see that $1,000 at the end of this trade will give you over $100,000, more than that. So this is what we want to do. We have started it and we are seeing the result. It is yielding. So we're going to take, like yesterday, I took 1% trade up to like 7 times. So that's two trades. So we'll be doing this one for starting from on the 1st of June. We have stayed in the deep too much. It is time to smile and make money. The country is not easy. It is hot. So that is it. So on the groups, we'll tell you more about it, okay? But we want as many people as possible to join us. Let us create wealth. Now, don't forget that we'll also be buying money, needing money to buy coins for the bull run. It's not easy to get money. So while you are compounding, you can go take extra time to do pick 1, 2, 3, 4 trades, some trades to raise money, to also buy coins and be trained in one account and be keeping for the bull run so that you don't miss out. So we'll use this method to generate fund for coins for the long term, and also money. Don't forget that we are talking about financial stability at the top of the bull run. So this is the ticket to that, okay? So let me not take more of your time. We'll continue the orders on the group, but just know that you have this particular video, and there's a video that Mr. Nadi shared before. Most persons, they've not watched it. You will watch the 2 videos, practice with it tonight, tomorrow, next tomorrow, and then on the 1st, you must get your notebook. Now, when you take a trade, if it's 1% on the day 1, I drew my own notebook and I posted it on my inner circle group. That's day 1 on the 1st, you put it done. You will mark it done, the way you mark your register if you are going to school. The 2nd day, you will mark it. That is how you will keep marking till you complete your 300 days. You have to be accountable. If you cannot be disciplined enough to be accountable, you will stop the challenge halfway. You will not be able to complete it, no matter the hunger that is pursuing you. So let us do this and change the narrative. Let's change our destiny positively. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Money, for those powerful words. So let's get ready, get your money ready. Let's be part of it. So I know a lot of people have their monies in the deep since March. So people have been in the deep, acro deep since months. Stay positive. All those monies are going to come out, no losses. However, if you can afford to raise some extra cash for this challenge, please go ahead. Don't allow the negativity of those feelings of you're still in the deep to affect you. All right, somebody was asking how you know when to stop. Listen, it's clear and simple. If you see your KDJ, just take 1.5 and get out, look for another coin. I know people like to cycle. If you want to cycle, look at your left. All right, don't cycle beyond the price on the left side. And if the price gets to the upper Bollinger Band, just one shot and get out, right? Just one shot and get out. When you start this strategy, forget about cycling. Just be doing your one shot. As you trade, before you take 50 trades, all right? Before you take 50 trades, you would have understood how the market works and your confidence would have really grown. All right, so I don't know how many questions we can take more, but let's take Chimamaka Duke. Have you commented, Chimamaka?
Can we also get Donchi to speak? I think she wants to speak.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right, so Donchi, are you not a co-host? Let me make her a co-host, yeah? Yeah, Donchi, go ahead.
Everyone, good evening. Thank you so much, Coach Nnamdi. You're an amazing teacher, and I don't know if anybody would say he didn't understand how you explained what you just did. Thank you so much for the time and the patience to teach us. This method is an amazing one. In fact, all those who are team builders can testify that their back offices are blowing up. So this is an amazing strategy, and I want to say thank you for the time. Dr. Money, thank you too. Now, my question is, while you were explaining the chart, you mentioned that our AI margin call should be on. So that struck me because I never turn it on. Please, can you clarify on that so that we'll all learn? Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to give the credit for that to my team members. They say 2 heads are better than 1, not 2 bad heads, 2 good heads. So a member of my team, what's this guy's name? Went off my head. So he has been researching the AI margin call. So when there's AI margin call on, RoyalQ might not buy at the percentage you have specified in your setting. It will intelligently scan the markets in real time, right from the blockchain, and identify the support, the possible strong support level, and it will only buy at that level, which helps you because buying at the supports makes it more powerful. So it's something you can try. No harm in turning it on and off, experimenting with it, and see how it works for you. I think it's a powerful tool. I hope is that clear enough? All right. Okay, so maybe we'll just take 2 more questions and then the rest of the questions.
One more question. Sorry. Can we turn on AI on ongoing trades?
Yeah. I think it can work. You'll start working with the new trades that triggers the new margin call that it needs to buy, yeah.
Okay.
Something you can experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
We have a very very powerful bot, and that AI margin call is what made me know that RoyalQ is working toward trade automation. For them to be able to understand where strong support is, that means they're working on serious trade automation. So just stick with RoyalQ bot and you'll be surprised where we'll be within the next 2-3 years. All right. Don't you? That's all right. Okay, let me just get to Apostle Mishak. Hey, Chimamaka Duke, have you asked your question? I don't know. I keep calling your name and then leaving. Don't be offended. All right, you can't. Oh, yeah.
He said
Hi.
no, please.
Good evening.
Go ahead. Evening, yeah.
Thank you very much for this opportunity and for taking the time out to, break this down as simply as possible. However, I have one question. It was going to be 2, but you answered one along the line. Concerning the entry point, I noticed yesterday that when one of the people that was posting the signals on the group for this top gainers method, he was giving us preset price. So I wanted to find out, how do I choose a preset price when I'm going to enter, or is it not necessary?
Yeah, you can choose a preset price if you're able to locate on I'll tell you not to bother about preset price for now because there are other sessions we can go deeper into that. When you in your trade settings on the screen there, you will see where to set a preset price. Okay, let me see. If, but that will take us out of the. Okay, so maybe I can show that. Maybe yeah, in future meetings we can quickly show that. I just want us to round up so that people can go to. Yeah. So any other question? Okay. All right. So let's take the next. Let's just take two more questions. Apostle Mishak, your hand has been up. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to call Apostle Mishak. Sorry. Apostle Mishak, go ahead and unmute yourself.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. Nice class, nice teaching. It was really superb. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I have two questions to ask, sir. While you were explaining, even the first video that was sent, I studied it. This you said we can enter the trade, judging from the first condition, that once it's coming down below that middle Bollinger line, and you said it should be like a minimum of 11% or to 15% lower than the middle Bollinger line. Then when it meets
No. I didn't say anything about 15% or 10%. So no. I don't know which video you watched. Okay. Did you join this session on time?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Did you join this session by 9:10 p.m.?
He's talking about the magic call. It's confusing the magic call setting with that. That's what is confusing.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So we can share the screenshot of the margin call. It's pretty straightforward. So the margin call consists of two sides. The right side is the 0.11, 0.22, 0.33, 0.55. The left side is up to you. You can play with it anyhow you like. Just tolerate 14% to 20%. All right. Make sure you tolerate you can decide that the first one is 2%, the next one is 4%. You can play around with it. This bot is very flexible. Don't let that bother you. Right? Okay. Just make sure that the total sum on the left side is 14 to 20%. And then yeah.
Then secondly, sir, you said our first buy should be like 45% of our trading capital. We are compounding in subsequent trade. Are we still increasing it by that 45%, or we should just add up our previous profits? So
good question. So compounding is always a question people want to ask. So when your trade has sold off, look at what is your Binance. How much is the money in your Binance? Just use 45% of what is there. You understand? As your first buy. So you can keep changing your strategy settings as your trades sell off. Sorry, it's windy here. It's raining crazy. I don't know. Crazy windy rain. So if you started with $1,500 and you made $200 at the end, from a trade, you can now decide what is 45% of 1,700. You can go to your trade setting on your strategy and edit your first buying amount if you want to. Otherwise, just be adding it up as your trade executes. Okay. Before you know it, you will experience financial explosion in a positive dimension on a 5-dimensional plane. Oh my God. What is possible?
I actually used this top gainers yesterday and even today.
Your voice is very faint. I don't know if you're faint around here. But thank you very much, Apostle.
I actually used this top gainer yesterday and I made about 8% yesterday. It was really powerful.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So see this bull run, it will be crazy. And let me tell you a secret. This strategy will work even in the deep. But let's finish with the bull run first. RoyalQ is about to go into every corner of Africa. All right, thank you very much. Let's see. I see Lisa. Okay, let me go from under. Oladimeji Adeyemo 2000.
So,
Okay, Mr. Adeyemo, just go straight to the question. Don't thank us. Just go straight to the question.
Coach Nnamdi, Doctor. All right. All right. I really understood all you have taught us, but then the question I'm asking is this: there are times that the chart on the RoyalQ goes blank. I chatted you some days ago. You said I should clear my cache on my phone, which I did, and I'm still experiencing the same thing. So what do I do in such a situation,
Bros,
sir?
next person. How is your network an issue on this Zoom like this now? I beg.
No. I had him. You're the one not hearing him. Sorry. So I get your question. There's
Yes,
a
sir.
way to edit an app on your phone. In my
Okay, sir.
own device, if I swipe, if I click, there are 3 lines. If I click those 3 lines, as if I want to move in between applications, if I swipe that app up, it exits it from from running. So what you can do, go to your application on your settings, go to application management, do a stop, do a force stop. Okay. Do a force stop, then open it afresh. So it is somehow, I observe that when it exits and reopens, it initializes again and repopulates that. That is for Binance. I know Bybit keeps having this issue of listing its top gainers, but for Binance, that works.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So give me a shot. Let me know. Marcel Waziri. I thank God the hands are not much, so let's see if we can push through. We're over 1 hour on this meeting. Go ahead, Marcel.
Good evening, Coach.
Yeah.
Good evening, Coach. Please, I appreciate your teachings and all the top leaders. Please, my question is, I'm confused in this new setting, top gainer setting, in the sense that in the old setting that I'm using and my interests are in deep, they have never sold. So I don't know how to switch over to this new setting. What do I do concerning the old setting that I'm using and my traits are in deep?
Okay, so let me quickly share this, all right, because this will help you. All right, so if this is the setting, so I'm going to I'm going to my strategy settings. If you have $300 and above, I want to show you the setting you can use. Okay, and I'm going to the margin configuration. It is 4 margin calls, and we operate in whole warehouse mode. We operate in whole warehouse mode because we want our assets to the average price to be brought down. So nothing like sub-B mode real-time settlement here. All right. Whole warehouse mode brings down the average price of your coin. All right. So that's what we're riding on to quickly get out of the market. So this is the setting I use. This is for $300 and above. Your first buying amount is 45% of your capital. Remember, if you have $900 and you want to trade in 3 compartments, that's 300. So your first buying amount will be 45% of 300. So you can take 3 trades. So now on the right side, 0.11. This is the Fibonacci. Salisu and Dr. Coach Mo, I think they did a great job on this Fibonacci method. This is 0.11. This is 0.22, 0.33, 0.55 on the multiple buying ratio. That means it will buy 0.11 times the 45% of your capital that you did, Then on the left side, you can play around with all of this. So here I have 3.5%. Somebody can come and say, okay, I want to put 2.5% here, then here, make it 5. So just make sure you can tolerate 14, 15 to 20% here. Okay, that is the setting for normal capital. Then, of course, it's 4 margin calls and 45% of your first buying amount. Okay, that's the setting. But there's also setting for low capital. There's also setting for low capital because people always ask. I've shared the video already. For low capital settings, this is what I encourage. You use open position doubled, use a small figure, and yeah, you can do 2 or 3 margin calls depending on the capital that you have. And in that instance, the margin configuration would use an element of the doubling method. Okay, it's either 124, or if you have enough money, 248. We have a video that explains that computation easily. I hope I've answered the question, sir. And then
Okay, thank you, sir.
Somebody asked for presets.
And then, no, he said something, please, there's something very important. He said something about his money being in deep. Please, sir, this strategy, we're not saying that because we're using this strategy, we are now abolishing the old strategy. Then number two, I'm sure you already know that once your money is in deep, meaning that that money is in trade. So that is not a consign to you, meaning that you are not supposed to touch it. The market will pump, and that money has to sell off in profit. If you go and sell it off on your own while it is still in deep, take note, you will lose that money and you will not be able to get it back. Okay, so allow it sell off. When it has sold off, then you can now use that money to join the challenge if you don't have another money. But if you have another money in that USDT, you can continue that.
Okay.
All right, sorry, I'm sure her network threw her out. All right, somebody was asking about the first preset.
Okay, I heard what she said. I heard what she said.
All right. So this is the preset buy price. You know, when you open your assets, first, before clicking activate, come here and click on, so yeah, so literally this is where you set it. After importing the trade setting, okay? So you first import the trade setting. When you've imported the trade setting, you come here and click on first preset buy price, put in the price, and let me see if I can quickly do that. Let me see. Let me just try low capital setting, and let me just say save. And once it's saved, I can now click on first preset buy price. All right. So you can see it has given me the preset buy price. So if I know the price of where, if I know the preset price I want to fix, I will just type it in here, click on show and click activate. It will not buy until the price gets there. Okay, something you can experiment at your own time. Right. So thank you very much. Okay, let's get back to question and answer.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Queen. All right, let's go to Queen. Yeah, Queen. Okay, Queen is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, let me come to Emmanuel. I think Mr. Bright, I've asked you questions you've answered before. Emmanuel, I think Emmanuel is not around, or is it his network?
I am around.
All right, go ahead.
But I want to postpone my question for later.
All right, sure, your choice. Okay. Oh, listen,
This man, you don't carry this thing come up for groups. I just talked to you on our groups just now. You don't have questions to ask. You came to raise your hand just to find attention. It's terrible. Well, as I was saying before the network coming out, most of our trades, looking at the market, at the chart, if you look at the weekly chart of BTC, this June, at most July, but I know that this June will be very, very good for trades, and most of the trades hopefully will come out of the dip. I believe so. The technical analysis shows that already. So let's just pray that no negative news comes out. We all have money in dip, and then we can use that to do our challenge. But I will encourage you, if you can have some money, start off, at least start doing that till your trades sell off so that you can join.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mani. I'm going to bring down his hand. And then Lisa Bright is the final hand. Okay, finally we can. Yeah, you can unmute yourself, Lisa.
Okay, thank you very much for the second chance. So I just really want to ask, with respect to compounding, is it also possible to just, when you make profit from a previous trade and, just in case you're not able to calculate the difference with the profits, can you just manually buy with the profits after the first buy? Can you manually buy with the difference in the profit you have made previously would that still work for compounding?
Yeah, sure. If your profit is significant enough to allow RoyalQ buy it, yeah. I don't know if it can buy $1 profit or something, but yeah, just do manual replenishment. That's what you mean. But there's no need of rush. This trade sell off in 24 hours, so you can actually chill and wait. But I get what you mean. Like, let the money keep shoveling in. All right, I get what you mean. Yes, you can.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
4 hands are coming up again. This is serious. Okay, Samson, Dr. Money, do we go ahead? Okay. Maybe I can talk to you. I can talk to you 6 a.m. It's RoyalQ. Don't try me.
I'm already outside my gate. I'm already outside my compound. So go on if you can.
All right. So I know let's try and because I want everybody to make money. So Samson, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. Please,
Yes, sir.
I want to must the first buy amount must it be 45% of the available fund, or we can play around that?
Yeah, you can play around it. It's your choice. Okay, you can. There's no hard and fast rule. You can do whatever you want. That setting, a lot of people don't understand how margin calls are calculated and all of those things. So we give that setting to make it easy. If you understand the bots, you can do whatever you want with the bots. You can make your margin call. You can use 50%. Just all that matters is go and do the multiplication of everything in your margin configuration. Make sure that the money there is equivalent to what is remaining after your first buying amount. Do you understand? Otherwise, your boss will start complaining that it's looking for money to buy the dip and you can't buy the dip, all right? Yeah, that's all there is to it. And I want to thank Dr. Money. Yes, we all have trades in the dip. And some trades are minus 40, 50%. But we are optimistic because just a few months from now, everything will be El Dorado and we won't even remember you're in the dip. All right. And I'm happy that we're stumbling on this technology research. And let me tell you, more things are going to come out tomorrow. But I'm happy because there's no reason for anybody to do a Ponzi scheme. You don't have any excuse when you can make 50%, 100% in a month. With the spot market, you shouldn't be thinking of any Ponzi scheme, whether they advertise it on NTA or anywhere. All right. Okay. Adekunle, good.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I late to join the meeting, but I just want to ask the question for someone who is unable to start the compounding stuff by June 1st. Can the person still join like 7th or 8th of June?
Oh, yeah, sure. Listen, it's always good to start with a group of people, right? So you can give testimonial at a particular time. By December, everybody says show logo. All right, so June 1 is a good date, but if your money is ready by June 8th, sure, join in. Even if a person has money by end of June, join in. All right. But if you have the money now, please master this bot and use it. Let me tell you a secret. Some people have started this since March.
Okay.
All right. Quietly. Quietly. I don't know if you can understand what compounding is and what's possible. If you follow what Dr. Money has shared with what it takes to be a trade, 2 trades, 300 trades, it's going to be mind-blowing. Poverty will be eradicated from Africa. People are going to be wondering, how are people smiling when you will be filling up your tank? You will not have headache. So please, if you've not been building a team, make sure you build a team now. You have to sell something now. If you're not selling something, then you're not in business. You have to sell something. Plan for your retirement. That job you feel you wear tight to every day, one day they will sack you from it. They will just tell you your services are no longer needed. You'll be shocked. 25 years in service is gone. So please sell something. Sell RoyalQ. All right. Thank you very much, Adekunle. All right. Sunday Joseph. Sunday Joseph. These hands, I don't know where they're coming from. They seem to be sleeping somewhere there. Then they suddenly come on. Go ahead, Sunday.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I want to ask question pertaining these settings. When it comes to the setting, is there anything that we should use either magic 5 or magic, or it can work in any of the magic apart from the bearish settings?
Yeah, Dr. Money, you want to answer this?
Yes, I already said over and over that we'll share the settings on the group.
Yeah. All right. So
I
please
said
remember.
we'll continue the settings. I know we have our magic 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. We're not using any of those ones. Okay. We'll share the settings we'll be using on the group. So I think you should be patient, madam.
Yeah. So please remember,
hope you are on those our groups. So if you are saying magic 1, 2, 3, meaning that you are in either you are in the 300 challenge group, or you are in the team builders group, or you are in the inner circle group, or you are in the Africa loaded group 1 or 2, we'll share it in all those groups. We'll carry everybody along. Trust me.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Dr. Money. So remember, the magic settings are to make your life easier once you get on board. So they're still powerful, especially when the market is dipping. But remember, different types of trade use different settings. All right. So our trades with top gainers does not dip. All right. It does not dip. That's why we say it hardly ever dips. That's why we say 45% of your capital as first buying amount and leave 55% to buy the remaining 4 margin calls. All right. Adekunle Oyegbade, did I pronounce it well? I think that will be the last person, and I'm going to bring down
You have answered me already.
Oh, awesome. So I'm going to lower your hands at this point. I'm going to call on Queenie Buck to close the meeting. And before then, I'm going to just say this. The road to success involves a lot of failures. It's unfortunate that we don't celebrate failures. Most people who are criticizing you have not even tried what you are doing. So don't listen to them. If you have been here since 2021, you know how many failures we went through, different things that were done to understand the bot. If your trade is in a dip, don't worry. It is part of the journey to success. Master how to use the top gainer strategy, the wealth manifestation formula, the system that is going to make you smile. Is a system that's going to make you love your wife very, very well and your kids. It is the system that is going to be growing your assets and be bringing joy to your heart and to your home. You're going to get your groove back when you use the top gainer strategy. But remember, money management, very key. Divide your money into 2 or 3 places and use 1 or 2 at a time. All right? Don't be greedy in the trading. 1.5% and get out. Wait for the next one. Don't insist or you want to cycle and cycle. You could be caught in a trap. Okay? So stick to the system. Watch this replay again when it's made available and trust the process. Your first few trades might not be so nice. You're learning. All right? Every failure is leading you to success. Tomorrow is going to be super exciting for all RoyalQ members. All right, Queenie Buck, over to you to close the session.
That was an amazing one. I really don't have much to say, but just to encourage every single person that has been on this Zoom call to take advantage of this new strategy that we just covered. Coach Nnamdi, thank you so much. I mean, you've taken out so much time to explain this over and over and taken out time to answer all the questions. I can't thank you enough for your patience. Thank you so much. And talking about the bull season, I can't emphasize this enough. This is a period for us to make so much money. For those of us that have seen at least 2 bull seasons, we know what is coming ahead. Don't complain about the dip that we're in, because every single person, has had their coins in dip. If you can find more money, bring in and trade this strategy. I was telling Coach Nnamdi before we started the Zoom call, I personally started trading this strategy yesterday. And I have come out with at least 15 trades successfully within the last 24 hours.
You are finished the money.
And it's an amazing one. So that's why, we shared on all our groups, even our prospects groups, those that are not members. I mean, I'm not even kidding you. I have people that have not even activated their bots that joined this call and like, Ebook, I need to get started. It's amazing. what I'm hearing is amazing. That's why I said, share. This is the period that we need to actually kill the Ponzi's that we know of. I mean, if you've gone through all that we have gone through, by giving money to people and companies, and they ran away with your money, you will know that RoyalQ is indeed a Ponzi killer, because you're not giving your money to anyone. Do you understand? You're not giving your money to anyone. You're trading with your capital safely in your wallet. So why wouldn't you take that risk? I can't even talk about how much profit I've come out with, in the last few hours. Before we started the Zoom call, I came out of 8 trades. Every single one of them, I'm out of it. I just didn't trade this period because, I'm on the Zoom call, but I can imagine how much I would have made by now. I just want to encourage everybody, let's take action, Don't just sit down and listen to this presentation and not take action. Take action. Let's make money. Thank you so much. So I'll unmute everybody, or I think Coach Nnamdi, you have to do that. I'll unmute everybody.
And then before you unmute them, there's one thing you need to take home, because I know many people, they hate floating loss. This strategy is goodbye to floating loss. The highest that you can even stay in trade in floating is 2, 3, 4, 5 highest. So I'm sure that is enough to give you sleepless nights, if that's the only thing you can take home from this Zoom.
I think the network threw her out. Dr. Mona, are you still there? Okay, everyone. So, Coach Nnamdi, if you can unmute everybody to say their goodbyes. I think what Dr. Moni was just talking about was about the floating loss. So we've already talked about that. Please unmute everyone to say their goodbyes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
God bless you. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Coach Nnamdi.
Thank you so much for the awesome presentation. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Coach. Thank you.
Bless you all.
That was a nice
Bye.
one.
Good night.
Thank you, Dr. Mo.
Thank you.
Good night.